Welcome to the Two Curries and a Ranch podcast. I'm Jeff, the Ranch. I'm here with the two Curries, Nina and Rita. And people have described us as having millennial energy. People have said we have a Gen Z vibe.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so those people might be us. But the reality is, we all have recently turned 50 years old. Rita joined us this past weekend, and Nina and I turned the big 50 a few months ago. So we want to talk about that. We're going to talk about what we're looking forward to in our 50s, what are we mourning about leaving our 40s, and a lot more. So, Nina, let me start with you. What are you looking forward to in your 50s?
Honestly, I think I mentioned this before, but not having any periods ever again. Yeah, that's about it. That's like the pinnacle
Well, that's
of
a big one.
turning 50. Yeah, I don't really have much more than that right now.
I don't feel like there's anything that's, like, different that I'm looking forward to that I wasn't looking forward to before, right? Like, to me, it's the same thing. Yes, it's a milestone. Yes, I've made it through 5 decades. It's pretty amazing. Fine, cool, whatever. But, like, I don't feel like my goals have changed, instead, unless you wanna talk about making a zillion
Yeah,
dollars off of this podcast. But,
I
other than
have a
that, like, I
video
wanna
call with some
Nina,
friends, Mom.
Nina, mute yourself. You have to mute when you're yelling at somebody, Nina.
So we should let everybody know right now that Nina's mom is yelling at her, and she's replying back. And I'm shocked this has not happened on a podcast episode previously, because this is the norm in your house, Nina.
She's
Oh my god,
still
this is
Oh,
my
yelling.
you're
fear.
going. This is great. This is fantastic.
This is my fear that we're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I need somebody to teach me how to use the buttons on my phone. Oh, no." Like, they're gonna come up with some crazy, like, zing batty badoo whatever. "Oh god, you're so old, you don't have a chip in your arm," or some crap that they're gonna give you, and we're not gonna be able to figure it out, and I don't have anybody to teach me. Like, we're the ones that have to teach them.
Great
Who's
point.
gonna teach us?
Oh my gosh,
And
she's
Nina's
still
mom is
yelling.
still
Oh my
going.
god.
Do
She's
we want
still
to cut
yelling?
and start over, or what do you want to do,
No,
Nina?
we're continuing.
Okay, we're continuing on. We're continuing on. All right. So,
If it makes you feel any better, my mom is in the kitchen yelling at I don't know who. Yeah, she's yelling at my dad because we're having a dispute with a family member about property, which is apparently the norm with people in India.
I'm
And
not
and
coming up right now, Mom.
BT dubs, my uncle is 90 years old,
oh,
approximately. He 90. Can you like, I'm 50. These jokers are going at 90. They're taking each other like, I just turned 50. I'm literally the baby in the family, and they're still at it. He's 90, taking his brother to court.
oh, good, good.
Welcome to 50.
That's fantastic.
Apparently, just keep on going. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just keep on going.
Well, I am still 12 apparently, and she's yelling at me because I don't do anything except for talk to my friends and go to parties, apparently,
Wow, that's
because I'm
news
a
to us.
party
Okay.
animal.
I
Um,
mean, okay, let's where that is coming from is that I had a little shindig at my house
Mm.
on Saturday, and I also made Nina partake with me party on Friday where we got manis and petties and then
Oh,
had cake
hmm.
and then went out for dinner. So,
Nice.
that was the
So,
celebration that we did over the weekend.
so Nina, you've been to 2 parties this year, and you're a party animal.
I'm a party animal.
That's correct.
Like, I'm
Mm.
drinking and I'm boozing and, like,
Constantly.
you know?
I'm looking forward to continuing the momentum of my 40s. I was thinking about this the other day in preparation for our episode, and my 40s were great. I did a bunch of stuff. I traveled a bunch of places. I fell in love a couple of times, experienced heartbreak a couple of times. Nina, you and I wrote 3 screenplays and a
Mhm,
TV pilot. We
mhm.
talked about doing this podcast, the 3 of us. We're doing it now. I joined a traffic group, which you both hate how much time I'm spending on that, but we'll we'll have a whole other episode on that.
We're
So
gonna
I
have
just
to talk about your traffic episode, dude. One of the most amusing things I've ever heard.
I just want to keep the momentum going. I still got a bunch of energy. I know you both do too, and let's just keep going in our 50s with
I
it.
agree with you,
That's what I'm looking
Jeffrey. I
forward to.
feel like I totally agree with you. I feel like I just wanna continue, right? Like, life is happening. Let's continue with life, right? Like, I still have, I don't know, 20 countries I wanna travel to. I have adventures I wanna go on, right? Like, there's experiences I still wanna have. So, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a ending or a beginning. It just feels like we're in the thick of it. Let's go.
Right. Yep. Yep. I hear you. So, what are we mourning about leaving our 40s?
We're I mean, I think we're mourning the fact that our metabolisms are probably gonna start shutting down. It's
Mm.
Oh, they
sad.
have shut down. I don't know about yours, but, um, I no longer have a metabolism. I no longer my memory is shooting away, like, um
Yeah, so there's a few things I would say, like, we have to be a little careful of, like,
Mhm.
we've started taking vitamins and we've started taking some I think a medication-free life is probably not in our future.
Very true.
yeah.
I'm gonna bring the conversation down here because the thing that I'm mourning about leaving my 40s is that by the end of our 50s, all our parents are going to be gone. Nina, you sadly lost a parent last year. Rita, you and I, fortunately, both have ours. And I started thinking about this a little bit in my late 40s, but I think in the next 10 years, they will all be gone. And I think there's not only the emotional piece of that, but there's also the logistical one. I know for my own parents, and probably for a lot of people out there, the playbook is not the same depending on who goes first. My
Yeah,
parents are both in very different physical condition, and so it's going to be two completely different playbooks. And that's going to be difficult for them and for everybody around them. And yeah, so
I
that's
agree with
me
you,
being
Jeffrey.
depressing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like it's a part of life. I mean, I'm hoping, like I said, if my uncle's taking one of my other uncles to court at 90,
Right.
my parents got a good 15 years, right? So
yeah.
I'm
Right.
hoping, right?
Yeah.
Um, what's funny is that, like, I recently, after Nina's dad got really sick, and I know I was telling her at that time to, like, take pictures or record his voice or do whatever. I took that in and I'm, like, saving voicemails that my parents are leaving me, and they're just,
Mm.
like, normal things, right? Like, it's like a, "Hey, I just called to check in on you." My dad just does quote unquote "courtesy calls." And I've archived a bunch of those voicemails, right? Like, I
Mm.
wanna keep them, and, my dad has a very particular way of, addressing me when he calls me on the phone, because a lot of our relationship has been over the phone. We My dad lives on the other side of the country, so, he calls me "Bitti Rani," right? Which is, essentially my little princess, right? So
Hmm.
I'm 50, but he's still calling me that, right? So, but it's just like a way that he calls me, and like, but he doesn't leave messages like that, and
Mm, yeah.
like, I feel like I wanna have that. I wanna have that written down, like, I wanna be able to listen to that when I think I'm going to eventually miss him, right? And I don't know,
Yeah.
how much I know you miss your dad.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that would, like, help you or hinder, or,
Yeah, I
how
wish
would
I
that
had
feel?
some voicemails. I wish I had some, I would love to hear his voice, and, I gotta check and see if I do or not. Maybe some of my old ones, I have a couple voicemails from him, but, he doesn't talk to me the same on the voicemail as he does he'd be like, "Nina, this is your dad. Why aren't you picking up the phone?"
Agre agreed.
You know?
I agree, but,
Mhm.
it's I think at least, Jeffrey, I've been thinking about that too, right? Like the eventuality of losing them and what my life looks like without them in it.
Yeah.
It feels really difficult and hard to,
Mhm.
especially
Yeah.
especially with, like, the living situation that Nina and I are both in, where we've chosen to stay and support our parents
Yes.
and be with them physically. It's a choice that we've both made,
Mhm.
for various reasons, but that doesn't mean that it just makes it feels like it's gonna be harder when the time comes because
Yeah.
we've spent so much time together.
We got a little deep there.
Yeah.
We got a little deep and philosophical there. Now let's get hilarious.
Yeah, now, let's turn on the button. Go on, we'll get hilarious. Come on, Jessica.
Do you
Come
still want Botox?
on. I started getting Botox. Look, I can't furrow my brows. Look, I can't do it.
You seem very proud.
You actually
You see it?
started getting Botox. Wow.
I sure as shit did. For those of you listening, I am really trying hard, like I'm doing the Hulk face to try to get my brow to furrow, and I cannot.
Are you gonna have that surprised look on your face all the
Does it
time?
look like I have the surprised look on my face now?
Not yet, but give it some time.
I'm not changing the placement of my
Ugh.
brows. I just got a little bit in the middle of between my eyebrows so that the furrow line that I was developing won't develop any further.
Okay. You still wanna get a facelift?
Okay, so I talked to the guy about it, and I want like 2 millimeters to be taken up like right here. See how like look at here and here and here. Do you see this? Pull it back, Jeffrey. You gotta pull it back.
Just so everybody knows, I'm trying to mimic what Rita's doing when she's stretching her face.
I've got my fingers on my cheeks really close to my temples, and then you go back. You gotta pull your skin, Jeffrey. Pull your skin towards the guy called it a ponytail lift. 'Cause, like, you
Oh.
have a really tight ponytail that it brings you He's like, "Not many people have had success. I haven't had a lot of success with it.
Oh, God.
If you need fillers, if for your nasolabial folds, which is this part, you can get filler. Fine. I don't think I want filler because I already have a puffy face. Like filler feels like it would be dumb, but I feel like in maybe 10 years, I'm gonna need this right here.
Okay.
Do you see the difference, Jeffrey?
No. I'm still trying to mimic you, and I think I'm just pushing my skin up is what's happening.
Jeffrey, grab your cheek. Okay, put your
Okay.
finger on your cheek. Now
Okay.
go towards the corner of your eyes.
Oh gosh, that is making a difference, yes.
There.
Mm,
That's the difference.
okay. Okay. Um, is it making a difference for me?
Yes,
I don't think it is.
yes. It changes your nasolabial fold.
Mm, mm.
Alright, already.
Alright, well, switching from nasolabial floats, I don't know how we top that, by the way, but,
Any other questions? About
but,
my Botoxing. It's pretty cheap too.
so Nina, you wrote a blog post called 50 is the New F Word, which is first off a great title. And in it, one of the things you wrote was let's face the reality that you finally learn as you get older. No one is thinking about you. Not to say that no one cares about you, but no one looks down on you. And if they do, well, what in God's name is wrong with them? I think that's great because I feel like by the time you're 50, either people have gotten to that point or they hit 50 and they start thinking exactly this.
So first of all, I have a question of, are we gonna plagiarize her that line and make that the title of this podcast?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
that line is plagiarized to begin with. I found it on the internet. I didn't make it up.
Jeffrey, we're not paying anybody for that.
No, we're not. We're not. We currently don't have the budget, everybody listening, to do that. Maybe in a year we will, but right now, no.
Well, I was actually wrote it about having a mental illness and how I
Mm.
found that most people actually judge you by who you are, not by like, oh, you have this problem or this condition, that people see you for who you are to them, how you act towards them. And if they don't, if they're judging you by your whatever, like it's something's wrong with them and not you, you know?
Do you feel
Mhm.
like that's changed over the years, Nina?
Yes, I absolutely do. I think,
I do feel like mental health has been in the conversation even with our parents more.
yeah. Hmm.
My mother still thinks that going to therapy is a useless waste of time, but at least I feel like we've had conversations about depression and
Yeah.
medication and things that go along with mental health
Uh-huh.
in some ways.
One of the things that, especially Nina and I have talked about over the years are older gossiping aunties. Now that you're both 50, are you now both gossiping aunties?
Yes, we
Listen,
are.
you can be a gossiping auntie at 22, okay? You can be a male gossiping auntie at 24. It's a state of mind, Jeffrey. Like, I mean, we do some gup shopping, we do some chit-chatting, we do listen, we're trying not to do we're trying not to be backstabby, but we'll make a comment here and there about
Yeah, I mean, we have opinions.
but we're not unkind.
Usually.
Most
We're unkind to each other, but not other people.
I mean, you know that I answer the phone when Nina calls is like, "What do you want, freak?"
And when she's upset with me, she calls me a whore cunt. So
No, no, I call you a whore bitch. I don't think I've ever put it in a text. We don't
Could you send a group text with that in it? That would be great.
listen, whore.
Nina's being a little but you can't get the you gotta put it there's there's a vehemence that comes when you say it. It just doesn't handle the same weight. Unless you've heard me say it, then you know that to how to read it in your own brain, but I think
Hmm.
I think our friends would be a little aghast if I would
How do we all feel about turning 50 and love and relationships? Re-
I'd like
Rita
to,
is
like,
disgusted by it
have a
all.
I'm gonna
relationship.
vomit
That would
on
be
you.
really great. Somebody who's not, like, I mean, now I'm not looking for necessarily, getting married. I'm just looking for, like, a companion of some kind, Like, we don't necessarily have to live together, we don't necessarily have to get married, but it would be nice just to have companionship at this age.
Hello, what the fuck
Mhm.
am I?
Huh?
I'm your goddamn companion. What the fuck am I? Again, you whore. I
Well,
talk to you
it would be
3
nice to
times a
have,
day,
like,
you bitch.
male
What?
companionship.
What 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 kind of non-companion job am I doing if I talk to you 3 times a goddamn day?
I don't know if you're I mean, are you saying, like, I don't need a boyfriend because I have you? Because then we gotta have a little talk.
No, I want you to have a boyfriend. I want you I'm just saying, I want a companion, a bit from your stand-in boyfriend, right?
In the US, 50 isn't considered as old as it used to be. There are even memes out there about how 50 is the new 30. I'm not sure my back would agree with that, but that's what's out there. And look, we feel youthful, right? We still have things like we talked about earlier that we still want to do. We have the energy to do it. What is the perception of being 50 in India and in Indian culture?
Oh,
You're
you're
kinda
absolutely old.
done with your
You're
life.
old. Like, your life is done. You've had your
Wow.
kids are educated, you've A, had ki you've been married, you have kids, your kids are adults, your kids are married, and you're on your way to having grandkids if you don't already have them.
You're on your way to, like, retirement, done, life is over. Yeah.
Retirement is yeah, retirement
Mm,
age, there's like a forced retirement age of 60 or 62, I think.
Mm.
wow.
Well, people
Yeah,
Mm,
don't live as
you're
long, I think, in India, right? Is that right? I don't know.
yeah, they don't I think, the average age is also
Yeah,
less. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, you're just done, like, you're old and gray and frail and
Yeah.
definitely archetypes. Definitely archetypes.
Like, I'm 50 years old, and my mother is currently mad at me. I feel like I'm gonna get grounded. Like, I'm scared to go upstairs because I'm like, "Oh god, is that bitch gonna, like"
by the way, is she still yelling at you?
No, but, like, as soon as I get up there, she will, and
She'll start again.
Sadly true. Any parting words for our listeners today about our journey to 50?
We're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. We're just gonna keep doing
Amen.
it. We're just
That
gonna
sounds
keep doing
great.
it.
Mhm.
We
Totally with
might
you.
do it a little slower with a little less balance.
That's very true. But,
We're gonna work on those things. We're gonna
well, before we wrap up for today, I just want to let everybody know that for our regular listeners, you know that we've got some new music that we put at the beginning and we'll have at the end. And that's because Rita came to me and said, the music for this show sucks. No,
It
she didn't say
was just
exactly.
it's the same thing getting crap that they add for every stupid Indian thing. We're not Jeffrey. Yes, we needed new music, and it pissed me off.
So I said to her, "Well, if you want some new music, then you gotta find some new music." And so she did.
I gave you 5 options
You did.
out of the ones that you gave me, so
You did. So we are gonna try different themes for different episodes. We're gonna use the one that we've got right now for the next few episodes, and then try another one for a few episodes, and go from there. And then eventually, we want to get all of you listening involved to help us decide what should be our regular theme, or if we should toggle between a couple different ones. So more to come on that in a couple of months. You can find us on Instagram at Two Curries and a Ranch, the number two Curries and a Ranch, all one word. We're also on Facebook. And by the way, we mention Nina's blog every episode, and then we never tell people where it is. So it's at minacore.com, Kaur,
Yeah.
minacore.com. And we just want to thank everyone once again for listening. We're so thankful to have the number of folks listening and subscribing and everything that we do. We're really appreciative of that. Feel free to review and subscribe anywhere you get your podcasts, and we'll be back again next time with another episode of Two Curries and a Ranch.